Hello, and welcome back to my playthrough of Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age, and in this episode, Phantom will be reluctantly helping Hendrik to destroy the hordes of monsters that are spilling out of Heliodor Castle in order to save the last bastion. And despite their differences, of course now Hendrik realises that Phantom is the Luminary and is not the Darkspawn, so he has atoned for his past mistakes by obviously creating the last bastion and bringing people to safety, and realising that Phantom realises that, you know, Hendrik isn't like the other two anyway, he isn't a bad person, and they both agree, I believe you go back to King Carnelian, to storm Heliodor Castle in order to defeat the first of Mordegon's generals. So without further ado, let's get it. We're going to get a few interesting enemies. We get like flamethrowers and enemies like that. But anyway, if we survive tonight assault, we may yet have a chance. I order you to go out there and fight for humanity's future. Of course, King Carnelian can be forgiven because it wasn't him, it was Mordegon controlling him. But as he said, it doesn't matter whether it was actually his mind or not. It's still inexcusable. Just have to get to, I believe, out of the gate, and that's it. Here we go. So Hendrik's going to be like a stand-in character, like with when the other characters were first introduced, he was just there.
Hey, you must be our newest recruit. They say you made it all the way to the last bastion under your own steam. Well, I'm impressed, I've got to tell ya. You can obviously handle yourself. That, or you were born lucky. Well, either way, I'm sure we can find a use for you. Follow me. Right, here's your spot. Just face that way, and when the monsters come, stick the pointy end of your sword in them. Oh, don't look so worried. You'll be fine.
Talking to him as if he's a rookie. And there he is. Both disgusted at each other. But I like this section because it's Hendrik's atonement. You know, he's not angry at Phantom.
Enemy forces! Here
It may
they
appear as if
come!
he is, but he's angry at himself for being fooled. That's the way I see it. Anyway. Because here it doesn't seem as if he's aggro towards him. Hello Richard. How are you? Hit your kids.
Positions, men!
Yeah, Hendrik has definitely he's protecting everybody that's alive. Now he's doing something about it. I'm glad you're good. Yeah, this had to come off earlier, that's could be hard. Yep, gotta save them. Classical enemies, these ones. So we've got skeleton swordsman and a ghoul. Chasmonaut and a something called, is it a Chasmonaut? And I think he's slightly empowered because all the enemies got one shot yesterday under keep the back on. It's the only enemy that can withstand more than one attack. But anyway, here we go. I believe you get a doula hand as well at the end of the section. There we go. So yeah, Hendrik is going to be a very, very powerful character, as you can imagine. He's going to be in my probably final team, and he's going to be in the most of Act 2. But I think he's meant to be, of course, because he is the last playable character you get. He's here for the longest. And of course you've got to have him in your party so you'll at least get more than 4 playable characters anyway. But you don't get them all straight away, they are quite spread out. And now I wouldn't say it's a backwards order for the way it usually is. I mean it kind of is, actually no. It is a backwards order for the way they're introduced in Act 1. As I said, I do like the reset you get at the beginning of Act 2. You know, it's just Phantom on his own after the world just got absolutely obliterated. You know, I you do that. There we go. Attack the Ravens. Let's go help Hendrik now.
Behind you!
Spinning slap. Boom, there we go. Down.
Never let down your guard. You need to pull your weight if we are to escape this one. Have at them!
Now here comes the doula hand. Although I think this one might just be called a headless horse. You get doula hand eventually.
Our beloved commander, brightest and best of the spectral sentinels, spake truly when spaketh thee, Hendrik. Thou art without a shred of guile. Any other would have fled the field long ago. But I have no complaints. Our reward for tearing thee limb from limb shall be a handsome one indeed.
Of course, because Phantom went missing for months, they don't realise that Phantom here is, shall I say, once his powers.
Well, fools, wherefore gapest ye like ninnies?
like a... Well, I guess this is a boss fight. But the main bosses will be I think, was it 6? Yes. There are, yeah, all the 6 guards. So yeah, you've got a vicious Grim Griffin, a Chasmonaut, a Skeleton Swordsman, and a Skelegon. So they can easily be sorted out. And yeah, Hendrik, some very nice power behind him. So he uses great swords. Because Phantom won't use ever use great swords. You can even get dual great swords as well. Remember, there's these. I forgot what it is. It's like a red sword with a yellow handle. It's a really good weapon. I don't really remember much else there, but anyway. I know he can dual wield them for using them. He doesn't really get much healing stuff, but he does get, I think, up to Mordegon, but nothing better than that.
Our triumph
Of
was
course,
never
can't
in
control him
doubt.
for now, but yeah, that's a lot of experience for that battle.
Retreat! Move your bones!
Oh dear. There we go.
Commander, a message from His Majesty. He wishes to speak with you. Both of you.
Hendrik's look. As I
Right
said,
away.
Hendrik, I don't think at this point is mad at Phantom. He knows he can't be. As I said, I feel that he is mad at himself for just letting himself be fooled the way he was. I mean, initially he wasn't to know, but there were parts in Act 1 where it was so obvious. He was just like, come on Hendrik, see through it now. And of course he was aware of Jasper being evil and then enlisted the help of the Mordegon version of King Carnelian. Without of course realising that was Mordegon. Okay, let's go. So I'll explore this cocktail in a bit, but anyway. That's my boy, I know you wouldn't let a bunch of silly monsters beat you. I know the king will want to hear how you got on. You mustn't keep him waiting. Head to his tent and be on your best behaviour. Yeah, Jasper has ascended into the form of Arsehole. That's the best way to put it. I think his in-game name now is for Jasper Absolute or something like that. But anyway, here we go.
It seems we owe you both a debt of gratitude. You have proven your strength and your ability to work together. It is time. Time to bring light back to this benighted land. The fiend that usurped my throne must be ousted. Heliodor Castle must be reclaimed. And you, my loyal servants, must lead the charge.
But sire...
I do not give these orders lightly, Hendrik. My spies have found a means by which we might gain an advantage. The city's sewers can be entered from the cliffs in the side of the hill atop which Heliodor stands. You will use these sewers to infiltrate the castle from beneath.
So you go through the Mangle Grove and go through it backwards to what you do at the beginning of the game. So of course you go from downtown Heliodor through the Mangle Grove and then out to the Heliodor region. But this time we're going to go through the Mangle Grove to get there, and then when I get there you'll realise that there's a path to Costa Valor now, because that second bridge has been built, and then that's where we have to go, because we can't use the door of departure to Hotto. So the world map's changed a bit, which I think is quite clever, because even though we're still in the same world map, all of the zoom locations have been stripped, and they're still keeping it nice and fresh. And you'll see some other little quirky bits as well. So yeah, Phantom's remembering, how he did it.
This key will unlock the gate.
there's the sewer key.
But sire, who will command our forces in my absence? If the enemy renews the attack, we will be slaughtered.
We will not. We will be prepared. Prepared to draw them out, leaving the castle unguarded. The usurper must be overthrown while we have the chance. We strike now, or we never see the light of day again.
Please, Your Majesty, we cannot allow yet more lives to be lost.
Precisely. Which is why you must quell the darkness at its source. We seize our one opportunity, or we consign ourselves to despair. It is as simple
I think you
as
get
that.
the purple orb from this one. But yeah, it all
Do
six
you question
of
the
Mordegon's
wisdom
generals
of your
have an orb each.
I trust in their ability to endure this one last assault. And I order you to do likewise.
Sire.
You are our last hope. Do not let us down.
After an all too brief rest, the time comes for Phantom to set out for Heliodor. So you're now going to basically go through the cave where the Black Dragon chased Phantom and Eric out, and then through the sewers, and then into Heliodor Castle. So it's a 3-stage dungeon. It's quite a big section, but that's just the way it is. Yeah, now that's done. Yeah, that's bank. Don't use banks. I'm not bothered about banks. Cool. There's people here from all across the land. And of course everything is hooped, as you know from before. And they did a really good job of creating a dark atmosphere. Yeah, once I've done this, light will be restored, and then the day-night cycle will also be restored. So enemies will be going back to either staying at day or staying at night, or get whatever. Because technically any enemy can be at any time. Right here. So yeah, the place is quite big. So I remember there being like this area with 2 rooms, and then you have a statue to save just before it, and that's past the caves and the sewers, so that would only leave the castle bit. So depending on how long the stream's been going for, by the time I reach that bit, I might save there and stop, unless I've got enough time, because the Heliodor Castle bit, it isn't too long, but then you've got subsequent cutscenes, and you've got quite a big section that just follows. Because, you know, this is the opening section to Act 2, and things just get quite big from here. It's just the way it is. So we're not allowed to go to Cobblestone Tor. I'm going to go climbing the tortoise now. There's rain on the way. Now's not the time for you to take in a rumble. Yep. There's only Act 1 enemies there anyway. But of course, some of the areas from Act 1 have more enemies in them to fit in the Act 1 enemies. But of course I've already got all of the Act 1 enemies to make things easier for myself. So yeah, Oh Holy Night. Templar's uniforms, very nice. Oh, don't want to do that. And of course these are all the injured people, either injured on the way, fatigued as they got here, or some of them would have lost hope and were probably carried here. It's got a good emotional effect. Yeah, these are just NPCs at the end of the day, but they did a really good job of portraying just how ridiculous the situation is now. You know, for God's sake. There's not much else. I've already been in that one. Let's go. I do like quite a few of the boss fights in Act 2 as well. It's got better boss fights than Act 1, I think. And there's some good backstory for the other characters, especially Erik. Like Erik didn't have too much of a backstory, not too closely tied to him himself anyway. But there's going to be a bit towards the end of Act 2. It's definitely on the latter section of Act 2. In a place known as the what is it? The Gilden Hall, I think it is. And yeah, that brings nice closure to Erik's backstory. I mean, there's still a tad bit of backstory for the other characters in Act 3, but Act 3's post-game, so it's just more like hands-on stuff. It's like more dungeon crawling and much less story, but of course in the post-game so they can get away with it. The post-game is good though, but my favourite act is Act 2. But there is something they do that is quite clever towards the end of Act 2, of course I won't say, but it's a little hint towards what's going to be going on in Act 3. So that'll be in the Gallopolis section. You don't actually go to Gallopolis till much later on. So again, when it comes to world map exploration, you kind of start mid-game, well mid-Act 1, because after this you get to Costivlor, and you eventually get to pick up Upsconia, and well, there's going to be a few new places still. The biggest place is Mount Panglai, which was blocked off because of course there's Heliodorian guards that were like, oh no, the residents of Mount Panglai are against Heliodor. There is a reason why the Mordegon version of King Carnelian obviously didn't want Phantom getting there, and you'll find out when it comes to that point. So anyway, Heliodor region. So Vicious Slime Chasmanaut, Vicious Dracul, Skeleton Swordsman, Vicious Shadow Minister, and Vicious Grim Griffin. Still 6 more. I might as well take advantage of the broken day-night cycle. Try and get the remaining enemies. Of course, Sparkly Spots I'll only probably get new ones, because I don't know if I'm going to bother trying to get every piece of equipment in the game. The bestiary is just the main thing I want to try and do. Anyway, here he is with Obsidian, his horse.
Wait, love. Mr. Hendrik, sir. I couldn't have a quick word with my boy, could I? I won't be long, I promise.
As long as it is quick.
Oh. So you're heading off again, are you? Well, just you be sure to listen to Sir Hendrik and do as you're told. And don't you dare go giving up, ever. Just look at me, eh? Something's wrong with my eyes now, too. Must be all this squinting in the dark.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Only one remedy for that. You'll just have to bring back the light. Promise?
Hell yeah.
Time is short. We must be on our way.
You'll look after my boy, won't you, Sir Hendrik?
Obsidian, see the lady back to safety.
There we go. Don't worry about your mother. The king has vowed to protect her and the people of the encampment, and he is a man of his word. We need to enter the castle and find the source of the darkness. There is a church on the hill beneath Heliodor. We will base ourselves there while we search for the entrance to the sewers. Oh yeah, I forgot you go straight there. It's just automatic, this bit. The Heliodorian foothills. So yeah, downtown Heliodor does not exist anymore. It's gone. Non-existent. But now we'll look for the monsters in the Heliodorian foothills. Well, there's 9 altogether, and they're all new. I think most of the rest of the spaces in the Heliodor area might get filled as I do this anyway. But I don't actually remember if the sewers and the castle get filled in. I don't think they, I think they have their own separate thing. But yeah, just look at this. The atmosphere is actually fantastic, the way they portrayed it. Yep. A bastard sword. Or razor wing. I'll get the bastard sword. And there's a very good great sword that may end up going to Hendrik. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Here's a flamethrower, and I think you've got a vicious lava lampling. So here we go. I'm going to leave the mango grove for now. There's no need to go there. I think this whole first section is automatic, as I said. Yeah, these flamethrowers, not too bad here. Oh shit! They were faster than Dragon Quest 5. Just get an infinite amount of attack. He has forbearance, sword stance, all those stuff. He's very good at parrying, blocking and countering, is Hendrik. That's what he's built on. And I mean, other than that, he just is a massive tank. And I'm going to leave the enemies that I've already faced. Attack Doulahan. So Doulahan. Critical hits. Bang. Bang. There we go. Go up to the top. Of course, as you know, that was the way Phantom and Eric went after escaping Heliodor to go to downtown. Non-existent, because Heliodor was destroyed when Yggdrasil crashed. Yeah, as I said, I do love how they portray the utter destruction that Drea faces at the beginning, or the end of Act 1, beginning of Act 2. You know, the end of the world cliche has to be done right, and I would say it was done right here. But anyway. Oh, Metal Slime, do not run. Right, you've crit both other turns. Actually crit this time, if you can. Oh, stay. You bastard. Come on. Oh, why did you do that, Hendrik? Come on, Phantom. You've got 2 swords. Hit him. You an idiot! I should have just used Metal Slash. Metal Slash would have got it done. Because now I'll go to use it, it'll run. Oh, come on, please, right. Just stay. Metal Slash. Yes! Very nice, very nice, very nice. So I think that gives experience. So, because obviously, the original Metal Slime gives you 2,000, but that's a vicious Metal Slime. Of course, these are all upgraded versions to give you good experience. We'll see how much.
All is well that ends well.
12,000. decent. There we go. So of course all the luminary stuff is gone, so I mean I'm not going to be using great swords. I mean I could get that ability, but I'm going to just keep stock up my skill points for now. I'll go down to where Mangle Grove is to see if there's any enemies around. Face the enemies at least, fill up the bestiary. And go from there. Oh wow, he didn't go down. No. Why would you come up more? This is the problem with bloody characters you can't control. Do that. Just finish off when they do that.
Victory is ours.
3 more. And I believe it is the 2 saber cubs. Is it one of the Bodkin archers? Not sure. But anyway. These enemies are meant to be one shot just because of the full, well, not full reset, but very huge reset. They don't want to overburden you. We've got to get used to having practically nothing again. Then again, that's what the world has been reduced to, practically nothing. Let's find these other enemies. But they should all be out because the day-night cycle is non-existent until I do this section. Come down here. Sure, there's some great saber cats. I need to check. Has metal slime been filled in? Vicious metal slime it has been, yeah. Still 2 more though. That's the only problem. Oh well, here's one of the 3. And here's the others as well. You do that. Now piss off. Finish him off, don't debuff. And we done. In this village. So, there we go. Heliodorian foothills is done. Not much else to do for now. I mean, it might look a bit confusing because obviously there's areas from page 1 like the Hotto Steppe and like that I'm not going to go into till towards the end of Act 2. I'm just going to be there, so I'm going to just try my best to follow it and try and, I mean it's not that bad, it's just now in a jumbled order when it was in a linear order. I do like how you literally do go the reverse way to the beginning of the game. Obviously Phantom Hendrik jumped to that bit, because you can climb up to this bit in Act 1 to get a chest, but now you can go slightly higher in order to get to the slot. So climb up, thank you. There we go. What time are we on? 35 minutes. Too long. Might have time to do the full thing.
So, the assault begins. Move. This is no time for idling.
Of course, Hendrik's still got to get there. You know, he's got to stop being a moron. He's still a bit of a moron at this point, but you know. Of course, there's some interesting things in Act 2 when you get the characters back, and then they obviously realise Hendrix will be like, ooh. But no, this is just to grasp just how far Phantom and Eric jump. And I believe they were on this part of the cutscene as well. Unless they did jump over to that, I'm not sure. No, they definitely jumped very far. Either way, even if it was into water or not. So I think this is clever, you know, because you don't really get to do much around here. Let me itch my head quickly. So now we go through the sewers and technically also the caves. Let's go straight across there, but I do want to face the dragon. So there is no thingy around here. That's the thing I'm looking for. There's no like bestiary page, because once you do this, I don't think the enemies come back. So you just want to face all the enemies as they are. You'll get them in other spots at least, but anyway. Oh, we've got a liquid slave. You do that. Well done, fella. You've got to love how that's twice that's happened now. They've had to jump on me. A lot of the more of the annoying things in battle, like status ailments and first strikes against me, are going to happen now. It's just the way it is. Okay, oh, hello. If we could just not get the first attack, that's lovely. Won't ask again. Just to prevent from casting spells, have I? What a shame. Pissed off. Waste them.
Our triumph was never in doubt.
There he is, sleeping away. I don't remember where else you can get in. And of course, that bit over there at the top is where Phantom and Eric ran from the dragon. Here we go. Time to get sweet revenge. Dragon slash. 200 bang on. You waste your time, Hendrik. Oh, very nice. Hopefully he does that in the boss fight. I think he will. The chance of him not doing that is good. And he's dead.
Victory is ours.
1, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Awarded for defeating the black dragon that lurks beneath the sewers of Heliodor Castle. Of course, that's an optional fight, but it's there for the taking. Of course, when you originally saw that at the beginning, you were like, yep, that's something you come back to later, but you don't, it's not even compulsory. I was expecting it to be a mandatory fight. In fact, when I knew I was coming back down here, I was like, oh, that'll probably be the boss, but it turned out it wasn't, but that's fine. And then now we're going to the main part of the sewers. This is the bit that Phantom and Eric sneaked through, but now you can just roam through it freely. There are also doors that couldn't open before. Yeah, the dungeons is the next spot, and then you've got the castle. You know, where the sparkly spots and the restless armour. The vicious kind. Or is it? I don't know. No, infernal army. Let's get rid of the bubble slime. Don't want no state elements. Slime of some form? Well, no, a sprite form. That's an Act 1 enemy, but hey ho. Bang, bang. Oh, cheers. I'll take that. Ah, there's Forbearance, so he's ready to intercept any news. There we go.
All is well that ends well.
Yes, Hendrik. Yeah, he loves his speeches whenever you win a fight. But it's Hendrik, you know. You go from disrespecting him to respecting him real quick when you realise how good of a character he is. But I like characters like Hendrik, you know. It brings something different to the game, you know, because it isn't just... It's someone that is good and wants to save the world, but maybe does bad things without realising. You know? And then because of that, they get an extension storyline, which is usually quite cool, so it's good to see it. Or in the case of Kite Sith,
Victory is ours.
you work for the bad guys but don't really want to. You're very well aware of what you've done. Just try your best to make up for it. And then there's the whole confusing part before, well, not confusing, but very drawn out Kane storyline, where he joins your team like a yo-yo. Of course, this is maybe an RPG, let's not talk about that. There's just stages of it, so aren't there? Oh yeah, definitely. Especially the Temple of the Ancients. I mean, you just find out what he is, and straight away he's willing to, you know, make a sacrifice for it.
Behind me!
And plus, everything that happens in the background back in Midgar is his doing, when he obviously escorts Elmire and Marlon to safety, etc. Anyway, these twats again, really. Okay, do you know what? I've had enough. Boom, boom.
All is well that ends well.
Even though this is technically a dungeon, I'm not going to do all these fights. Of course, there were boxes in the way originally, so I never got to get this box to stop.
Victory is ours.
You just, you know, move along that. File of mystifying, screw. Eat.
All is well that ends well.
We're not going that way yet. Yeet. Also, I mean, I don't want to do all the fast bits, there's no point. I only do what I really need to. Oh, come on, Hendrik, can't do this with me. See, that's why. This country's under one shot cleanly, unless it's the one
Victory
that
is ours.
gets preemptive strike on. Of course, when you come to this bit, you're like, oh, I can't open the door, and you see the chest on the other side, so you know you're going to eventually come back here. And those saints' ashes. point in using the button? Come on. Let's finish it off.
All is well that ends well.
Let's get it. Hell yes. Smash. Smash. Perfect Panacea. So, Perfect Panacea is difficult because the Panacea can heal everything in terms of state summons, but a perfect one, I forgot what its other uses. I think it can be used as an ingredient as well. But, you know, it's fairly good. Okay, one last fight before we move on to the next section. What's this, third? At least the third time, maybe the fourth time this has happened. Come on, Hendrik, attack, a bit armour. Fire the magic water, that'll do. Can't be having you using your spores on me now, can we?
Our triumph was never in doubt.
Yeet. Next screen, this is still with a save point, I think. You haven't been going long enough to stop, so might as well do the section. It won't hurt. Yeah, the two, oh no, 3 rooms, but you get the idea. Yeah, dungeon's lower level is where Phantom and Eric were locked up. Of course, you didn't go to this bit. Yeah, it's just so cleverly done. Because you don't, in Act 1, you don't really get to explore most of the character. You get to explore bits of it, but then it's locked up. There's all that. Yeah, that's a great sword. But anyway, let's just try and get you through, or not. Hendrik, just hurry up, mate. Oh, you do that. Leave it to me.
Our triumph was never in doubt.
Yeah, man. Right then. Yeet, 5,000 gold. Candy box. It seems a bit cruel to put one in now, but it's just the way it is. As long as they don't die, that'll be fine. I said as long as they don't die, it will be fine. If I die, it's over. Don't waste your time doing that.
Victory is ours.
Piece of iron headgear, let's see if it's worth it. Nope. Not unless it's a bigger increase. We go down here first. There's not much you can do here as of now because of the silver gates. You can only open with the key you get post game. Swipe down here. Hello there. Oh, for God's sake, Hendrik. Quit wasting time. Kill him.
All is well that ends well.
I mean, I was.
Victory is ours.
Boom. Boom. Okay, that one has some very nice stuff in it. Just can't get in there. Yes, there we go. Smash. Mini medal. I believe you can still use this shortcut down to the sewers as well. Of course, there's no need to do that because I've already been through all that. There we go. I think there's only one more enemy that I'll find, and it's the Iron Maiden. This is one. No, I think there's one or two more enemies in the actual castle itself that I'm going to find. Anyway, luckily as well, they give you a bed to rest in. So here we go. What time are we on? 51 minutes. It'll probably be about another 25 minutes, half an hour max, I reckon. Anyway. Fine. Oh yeah, the Prestigigator. But another version of it, the Hocus Pocus. You get Hocus Pocus, which is like a green much later on for that. So you've got the cat version in Dragon Quest now, which is called the Prestigigator. Much harder to say than you may think, Prestigigator. Luckily this will be one shot though. What, two shot? Yeah.
All is well that ends well.
Yes, Hendrik, yes. Here we go, final bit. So there's actually an Yggdrasil branch. It's going to reveal stuff to do with Hendrik and Jasper up here, which is quite nice. But no. There's nothing around here. I don't think there's many things around here, but here's Jasper's quarters. Bastard. I believe I can also open the king's chest now. Up top. A platinum sword. Platinum, platinum. Of course, Zombie's Bane is good for the start of Act 2 because of everything that's going on, but anyway, yeah, there's no point reading that. I need to check just in case. Nope. What do we got? Demon's Banes, Demon Spears and Demon Whips, and Devil's Tails. Oh, what a coincidence that Jasper has a book about demonic equipment. Anyway, hello there, the angel from my nightmare. So I believe I have to swing back round here once I check the branch. This is like a hidden passage or something.
All is well that ends well.
Poker.
Victory is ours.
Bum, 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 bum.
All is well that ends well.
Hell yes. Hendrik's just pulling out his swords, ready to fight. Doesn't need to. Because Phantom's kicking ass on his own. Is there anything in here at all? Let's see if these barrels have anything good. In 3 doses of special medicine. If I was to use it, I guess it'd be decent, but none don't care about that. So at this point I was like, I understand why Veronica's so overpowered. Because you lose everybody in the end of Act 1. And I was like, I thought to myself, you won't get her till last now because of how overpowered she is. Anyway, so that's an Iron Maiden over there, but for now, cutscene time.
stairway lies in ruins. The usurper will be in the throne room, if he is anywhere. He must be found and punished, which means we must seek another way up.
But first, Iron Maiden. So it looks like a miniature version of... what's the name? The boss? Yeah, well, it is a miniature version. Forgot her name. The other side. No, that crit just destroyed her.
Our triumph was never in doubt.
There we go. Oh, that's it. Keep grinding it. We've got 6 swords, what do you mean?
Victory is ours.
A sextuple slash, there we go. Bang. I like how you get them individually and not in group. I guess because it was just Phantom and Hendrik on their own. They're being nice, but... oh shit. Just after I said they were being
All
nice
is
as well.
well that ends well.
I believe the secret passage takes to the 2nd floor, which also has enemies, but that's just the way it is.
None shall pass.
Spamming no area attacks. Sit down.
Victory is ours.
There we go. I'm gonna get stuff on Jasper and Hendrik. I want to break these. I mean, I've already broke these when I came at the beginning of the game, but just in case they reset them. So, touch the Yggdrasil route. This is important backstory. Well, kind of. It's just their past.
Come, Jasper, do your worst.
If you insist. Curse you, Hendrik. Brute strength wins the day again.
So you learn quickly that Jasper was just jealous of Hendrik, but Hendrik didn't want him to be jealous.
It is good to see 2 young men with such spirit.
Huh?
But I order you to cease your horseplay and greet our latest arrival. I present Princess Jade.
So they're not actually that much older than Jade, to be fair.
When you grow older, you will be the guardians of this great kingdom. I am counting on you. And now, so is she.
Now the 2 pendants.
With my might and your wisdom, we would surely be the greatest knights this kingdom has ever seen. Long may we protect the princess and all her people. Jasper, are you listening to me? What is this?
Why, the shield of Heliodor, of course. Symbol of the kingdom's greatest knights. His Majesty keeps it in his private chambers. If we are destined to become such men one day, one of us will surely wear it. I would very much like to see it. Wouldn't you?
And how do you propose to do that? One cannot simply stroll into the king's chambers uninvited.
Oh, I have my ways. I just so happened to spy a certain someone treating himself to a midnight feast in the kitchens. None other than His Royal Majesty. He slithered out of a secret passage behind a cupboard and set about the leftovers. That passage must lead to his chambers.
You devil! You've solved the mystery of his bulging belly. The Queen will make you an Earl for such a service to the kingdom.
We meet in the kitchen at midnight. Agreed?
Agreed.
So the more you get the story of Hendrik and Jasper throughout Act 2, the more I think to myself, Jasper's an idiot for doing what he did, because he did it out of jealousy. It was unnecessary.
Of course. The passage to the king's chambers. But what was that? A vision? A dream? So this is your power, Luminary? You are able to draw on the memories amassed within the world tree to pry into others' pasts. Very impressive. The kitchen is on the north side of the castle, beyond the banqueting hall. Come.
So he always just looks so serious in this section of the game. He just needs to take a chill pill. But you can understand his anger. Open the door, cute. I don't know if the enemies come back at this point. I don't think they do. So let's go. Second floor and then the bulbs. Then light restoration. Look. And then Act 2 will properly, fully go on the way. I forgot what was said in the cutscene now. It's this one. Yep.
I did not make it here that night, you know. I was caught trying to slip out of my chambers. The king made me polish all the armor in the castle. Jasper was disgusted with me. We had a furious argument. We had so many in those days. But there was more happiness than strife. Life was simple. We had a purpose. We would have stood together in defense of Heliodor no matter what. I have treated you poorly. Forgive me.
There we go, that's what you needed to say that.
My loyalties have been tested, but not by you. Whatever lies ahead, we must face it together. Will you stand beside me?
Of course. So this is just kind of softening out Hendrik, you know. And he realises what is truly going on, because as I said, he said he had fun times with Jasper, but the arsehole just you know, you couldn't come in here in you know, King's axes, King's coats and Queen's robes. Nothing else. Not. Dun, 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 dun. Little lifesavers. Care rings, rings of riddance, and rings of immunity. Rings of truth, full moon rings, rousing rings, rings of clarity, sorcerer's rings, and sorcerer's stones. That's a mouthful. But there's nothing else. But there are a lot of recipes just scattered throughout the castle. I mean, even here, obviously, when we get to an Act 1, you know, Marques's mittens. Or Marquis, I don't know if you want to say it's Marquet or Marquis. I believe was it not this one? No, this is the guest chambers. I don't remember if I could come in So now we can open this. A gold bar. Very nice. Worth a lot of money, especially in Breath of Fire. As you'll see when I do that. Oi! The gold bar is mad expensive. Sage's elixir. How about piss off? Iron Maiden. Or do you want to listen to your songs next? Bang. I think I get level 40 before the end of this fight. If I do, I do. I don't. So let's see how it goes. Cheers, Hendrik. Cheers. Sit down, bitch. It isn't all optional, but I want to come here. I can no longer go to the balcony, but that's just the way it is.
That ends well.
Very nice. Let's get it. Yeet. It'd be cool if they let you go out to the balcony to see like a destroyed Heliodor or something, but it would just be rubble. There really isn't anything standing. But anyway. Dang dang. Come on, Hendrik, finish him off. That would have been it. It's over. It's finished. Now it's time for the boss fight. I forgot the skeleton's name now, but it's a skeleton nonetheless. He's got a very annoying moveset as well. If my memory serves, he can create like a doppelganger of himself. There we go, let's get it. Some interesting cutscenes follow now. $69 minutes. Or 70 minutes. And look who it is.
You have done well to make it here, old friend. And with the Darkspawn in tow, no less. Oh, bravo.
Jasper.
Temper? Brute force may have won the day once upon a time, but things are very different now.
Why? Why did you give yourself to the darkness? What of our pact? We swore fealty to Heliodor. We promised to protect the kingdom together.
Why? You, of all people, ask me why?
Does something amuse you?
traitor. It is I who must ask you why, surely. Why is it that you always thought yourself so much better than me?
Yeah, the truth, finally. This is the truth now, between these two.
Why was it always you who was given the golden opportunities? Why was it always you who got just what you wanted?
So, jealousy from Jasper. Hendrik just worked harder and became just that bit stronger than Jasper. Jasper wouldn't have it. He just saw it, just like many people actually would in real life, really. Saw it as favouritism instead of something that was earned.
Why? Tell me why!
So this is why this whole collection of the first part of Act 2 is my favourite part. That wasn't very good though. It's very naughty from Hendrik. There is going to be something right near the end, all I'm going to say, that makes you think
I will be
silly
second
Jasper.
best
What a
no
fool.
longer. I know the truth now. Love, dreams, light, friendship, all these count for naught. All that matters is power. And the only power that matters is that of the darkness. There is one who sees the worth in me, who deserves my fealty, who gives me the power I crave, and all who stand in his way must be destroyed.
I lost my hometown, my family, and my friends, all to the dark power that you serve.
So this is Hendrik's retribution.
I lost my faith and my purpose. Though some called me hero, I believed I was a fraud, and that I was powerless to protect them.
So this was what he was angry about.
But I can protect them. I must. And there is one I must protect above all others. It is the Luminary's duty to deliver the world from evil. And it is my duty to protect him.
Well done, Hendrik, finally! Good boy.
Jasper, you are a traitor to your kingdom, a servant of evil, and a threat to the servant of light. I sentence you to death.
Really, old friend? Forgive me if I do not begin quaking just yet. Now let us end this farce.
Look up to the moon, my friend. So, when I did this, originally, I said that I felt here that Jasper looked like Corvus from Dragon Quest IX. The wings and the way his face looks just reminds me so much of Corvus. Which is my third favourite Dragon Quest. 8, 11 and 9, top 3. 5 is there, just below them 3. Well, there we go. Now it's time for the first Mordegon's Generals. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum.
Well met, worms.
Tyrion, that's his name.
I am Tyrion, servant of the Lord of Shadows and proud bearer of the title of Spectral Sentinel. You would return the world to brightness? Fools! Wretches! The time of light is no more. The age of darkness looms. All is as the Lord of Shadows wills it. As long as I yet live, the dawn shall not return to this place.
We better kill you then, better we?
Now, step forward, friends. Eternal night awaits.
Here we go. Tyrion. He's annoying because of his attacks. But anyway. I'll sword stance it. Good idea for this fight. Hendrik dishes forebearance. Yeah, you do that as well. That's it, goodbye. Oh, damage. That's a big one. Big one. Giggle. Haha, get carried. That means I don't have to heal up. Yes, you do that. Good. And let me go. Get rid of him before he goes again. Yeah, all that pep up for nothing, bitch. At least he's on yellow now. Yeet. So I've got the Giga Slashes and then I've standard sword stance. Going to the first attack. Hits. Your strength is just increased if you decide to go for a magic attack. Are you a fool? I guess you are anyway. Hi-ya-bum-bum-bum. I'll pull up a more heal, and I can do 2 Giga Slashes. Forbearance. Yeah, that's where you're supposed to get If I got this far in Draconian Quest, this fight would be just luck based. It'll go down to who they attack and when, And I was to get rid of at least the shadow. Beautiful. So the first of Mordegon's generals is down. Nope.
No! My darling darkness! Do not leave me! Do not let the light prevail!
And he's down. Dun 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 dun. So we're going on an orb hunt again. And Lighteth hath returned. Kind of. Because it isn't that time of day. So he just walks off. That lovely speech he said though, you know. All that was needed. What a part. What a section. Oh, beautiful.
Obsidian. Thank the heavens I have one truly faithful friend.
Oh, stinging Jasper there. Is this what Heliodor looks like outside?
The darkness may have dissipated, but we cannot know what toll the battle took. We must return to the last bastion and see what, if anything, remains.
She isn't being very optimistic, is he? But hey hey. So here we go. We're at the top here. Let's have a look at defeated monster list. So Heliodor region. There is one more enemy to find. Heliodorian foothills is done there, which is nice. It really does just go down to whatever this enemy is now. So let's try and find it. If there's any enemies that look out of the ordinary that I haven't faced yet. I really don't know if there is or not. I'll go this way to find out. Of course, I've already taken all of these. Maybe it only comes out at a certain time. I'm not sure of it. Don't be so sharp. Yeet. Get that. Fine. There's nothing in there. Get it? Don't know what that was there. I don't know what this last enemy is. There's no rush though. I'll find it, I'll try and get it before I head over to the Mendel Grove. get it. Forge items, have a look at the forge. There we go. Zombie Slayer, Platinum Sword. So now you can get axes because Hendrik will be able to use axes. He is the only one though. That's just the way it is. Anyway, before I do end it, I do want to get this done soon. I like how Heliodor Castle actually has its own Zoom location, to be fair. Because you can explore it now without any enemies, because that's just the way the dungeon is. They all disappear afterwards. At least I believe they do. Yeah, it's coming up to about a year since I last played this now. Mad. Anyway. Are people alright though? We will see. Everything's quiet, it's not looking good. Here we go.
Someone! Anyone! Your Majesty? Please. Somebody! Wait. That noise.
The sun. I'm not going to bother doing the song. I'll let you read it.
You did it, Hendrik. You saved us all.
Out of my way! Let me through! Let me look at you in the daylight at last. Oh, yes! My handsome little soldier. My hero. Just look at you.
You set aside your differences with Hendrik, with me, and fought to bring back the light. We are forever in your debt. The world is still in a desperate state. But now we have something. We have hope. We have the luminary. May you banish the darkness once and for all. Hendrik, my ever-faithful knight. Today's victory is as much yours as anyone's. Your strength, too, will be needed in the struggle to free the world from evil. You know what you must do. The people of the last bastion will learn to make do without you. As I hope will I. So please, do not hesitate. Do what you know you must.
serve you now. Though it cost me my life, I will stand beside you until the darkness is no more.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. And the final playable character is in the team, of course. Only with Phantom on his own.
Dawn breaks in
Every playable
Heliodor.
character.
The first victory in the
Has been
fight
equipped
against the darkness is ours.
Just have to get the other 6 now. What could possibly go wrong or have gone wrong between Act 1 and Act 2 that we do not know about? Anyway, the celebrations at the last bastion continue long into the night, and the sound of joyous song echoes through the valleys. Then morning comes. How long have we been going for? I think it's about an hour and a half now, so it is going to have to end soon. Yeah, hour and a half. What an opening section to Act 2 there. I said, oh, Benny Benny. We are awarded for clearing the black clouds from over Heliodor and returning the light to the people of the last bastion. So no zoom yet, we've got to go. There we go, look at that. If we look... Oh shit, hang on. If we look here, of course, it's just the Heliodor region I need to look through. We'll do the character builder as well. There's a lot for Hendrik to do. So shields, he can use shields, but you know, axes, shields, swords, great swords, and heroism. Some very nice stuff here. The dragon slash, an attack that causes heavy damage to dragons. Got the great sword stuff. I mean, what is he wielding right now? Hendrik's great edge and overhead swing with the sword, and it took a good deal of damage. Frost fangs. Helichopter swiped at a group of enemies with a great swing of the sword. An unbridled blade, a savage swing of the sword that can inflict a good deal of damage. Bang. So they're the ones I want. I'll have to go up here to get to the heroism one though. To do block and spiel to get strength, resilience, fat, slash, double-edged slash, and double sacrifices defense in order to significantly increase attack. That can be a good idea. So they can use an axe, but it isn't needed. There we go. The king seems to keep keen to see you. He wants you to go to his tent right away. Maybe he's going to have you locked up again. Just my little joke. Would never do a horrible thing like that to someone as nice as you. So one more time before we leave.
I trust that you slept well. Or did the people perhaps not permit you the luxury of rest, eh? Or even better, there is no surer sign of a kingdom at peace than a high-spirited populace. Now, to more serious matters. Hendrik, there is something I wish you to have.
The shield of Heliodor. Sire.
You are like a son to me. And it is a father's duty to prepare his offspring for the dangers that await them. You will have need of it, I am sure.
So if I didn't use the great sword, I could use that.
You wear it well. Huh. The shield has always been the mark of our mightiest knights. There can be none mightier than the Luminary's own guardian. You have no complaints, I trust.
No, my liege.
I understand that you had hoped for the World Tree to guide you on your quest. Alas, it is no more. But all hope is not lost. Your father once told me that Yggdrasil was not the only sacred place in Adria. He spoke of another. A holy mountain in the south known as Pang Lai. The fate of those who dwell there is deeply intertwined with that of the Luminary, or so he said. It may be mere hearsay, a conversation half remembered, but if it is true, you may yet find help in your quest to defeat the Lord of Shadows. Venture west through the Mangle Grove, and you will find a valley that leads to the Costa Valor. Pass through the checkpoint beyond it, and you will soon find Mount Pang Lai. It is not a road I have traveled myself. Be prepared, and may your journey be a safe one.
Hell yeah. Okay, Mount Pang Lai is going to be the next place to go to. I'm not going to the Costa Valor, where I'll go to Puerto Valor from there. And then I'll go around Puerto Valor doing all that stuff, you know. Seeing what there is, and then, well, I mean, now I'm going to start getting quests again as well. And I think once I've done the mount and then gone over to Phnom Nom and the academy, I think that's when I get the ship back, and then I'll go over to Octagonia and all that lovely stuff. But anyway, what was I wanting to do? Oh yeah, look, see some more quests. I don't think there is there. The student in front of Monsieur le Principal's office at the academy, who seems to be blah blah, and then Madame Le Bouche, another one in the academy, and then there's a young girl's ghost in the academy. So yeah, there's 19 more quests, and 4 of them are in the academy. Hey hey, that's not all we're here for today. So thank you. Oh, hang on. This is the last enemy I need. Might as well do this now. Vicious unicorns. I don't have to try and check or find out now. Because that's where it is.
Victory is ours.
There we go. The Heliodor region is done. There we go. So yeah, of course, as I said, now the order of which I do things is going to be modelled up compared to Act 1. So I'll be going over to the Mangle Grove, and then through to Costa Valor, where I'll go take a pit stop at Puerto Valor, before then going to Mount Pang Lai, where I'll learn of a whole new wonderful ability I'll try and obtain. But until then, thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed this episode of my playthrough of Dragon Quest XI Echoes of Elusive Age. And in the next episode, as I said, I'll be going over to Mount Pang Lai, where I will be learning about the people, the sacred people there that know a lot about the stuff to do with the Luminary. Of course, being able to go there in Act 1, all I would say, would mean that I'd get the ability that is very overpowered from this point onwards. And it would allow me to very easily dispose of Jasper in the end of Act 1. So that's the reason why you don't go there until now. Like I said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you hopefully later for Shining Force 2.